Welcome back. 2022 NXL Golden State Open here at Capital Edge Paintball Park, a little outside of Sacramento, California. I'm Matty Marshall, up here with paintball legend Rich Telford. And one of the new All-Stars, Rainey Stanzik, another legend in the game from San Antonio X Factor. This could be a really good set. Dynasty taking on Aftermath, and then Houston Heat taking on the Saints. Aftermath and Dynasty will be the first to go. Aftermath in the red jerseys starting from the blue side. Dynasty starting on the red side, those classic blue jerseys. So Rainey, how you feeling today, man?
Feeling good. Body feels good.
Nice. It's good. Always good to hear. You guys started off nicely with the win against New York Xtreme, and then Rich, we were just talking about it before we started.
Yeah,
here.
they were cheating a lot, especially Rainey. I saw Rainey walk at least 5 goggle hits.
Yeah, that's not
at least.
We were saying that you guys, I mean, unfortunately, you do go 0-2 today, but you guys look pretty good.
It felt better. Yeah, we obviously had some mistakes, and we made some errors, but overall, I thought we played pretty well. Like 80%, right?
Yeah, 2 close losses, both games in overtime. I mean, it doesn't get any closer than that. So just a
And X Factor's a really high-ranked team, so that's a pretty good match.
Yeah.
So I feel like we should have done maybe better against the level.
I mean, if you're losing by 1 to X Factor in overtime, it couldn't have gone that bad. Yeah, so jumping into this first point here as we're looking at Aftermath here on your screen over their shoulders on the breakout. Aftermath
getting a lucky bounce on the break there. Looks like both teams get outside with 5 live, Matty.
Yeah, Aftermath looking to have a better showing here than they did at the last event. 16th at the last event, after a 4th at the first event and an 8th at that second event. So Aftermath with the rebuilt lineup.
They are certainly putting in the work, Matthew.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Mike came in, a legend himself in the game. I just love what he's done with this team historically. I mean, Rainey used to play in Aftermath back in the day.
Yeah, Aftermath's an intense team, but I think the team at the beat is obviously Dynasty. You know, they're having a phenomenal year.
Oh.
I think, how you pronounce your name?
And where they're from?
I think they're from LA? No, San Diego. San Diego,
that's right, that's right. Up and coming.
But I like seeing Archie here, getting in the snake, making the first move. Yosh is up here watching him.
Yeah, Archie coming off an MVP performance at the last one, and one of the highest vote getters, obviously, in the All-Star game, which is going to be going down to Chicago.
That's the 2 spots you want, right, Rain?
Yep.
From those 2 spots, you can control the whole field, right?
Wow, Archie missed. Did he get him, or did he miss him?
I was like, we'll see if he got him or not. He's pretty convinced that he got him.
Aftermath filtering out here, but Dynasty getting the better of Aftermath currently so far on the aggression, as Archie's in a great spot screaming bloody murder to that ref that he shot that player in D3. Player's still alive, though. And then Yosh was actually the first to go to get into that brick. So this is the ideal situation, at least from what we've seen on this blind layout so far, is to have players at both the bricks locking it up.
Taking an early walk.
Yeah, Dynasty. It's like
Mikey Arena?
Yeah, Mikey Arena taking the early walk from that D side.
4-on-5 advantage here for Aftermath.
Yeah, they just don't have any ground. They're kind of tucked in their spot.
Very defensive posture. 3 over here on the snake side, 2 over on the D side, but they're all kind of just crossed up, not looking to go forward. And it's really hard to move forward into these 50s when the other team is already there gunned up.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where it's a game within the game. Whoever gets to the 50s, now their game is they own the 50s.
Now you have to sit back and, I agree,
and play that game. And Aftermath has actually brought it back. You know, I think they're 5-on-4, but they don't have good position. So
that's the battle, right? Like you lose position as you lose those bodies.
And as this tournament evolves, I think this is what you're going to start. Hate to say it, but you're going to see these long, slower points where teams get in the 50 and they can just cross it up and
because once you get there, you can control it so well that if those guys don't choose to gunfight you and they just choose to shoot the gaps, if you're up on points, you're great. If you're down by points, you're in a tough spot, man.
Yeah, a little bit of a longer point here because of the situation that they were just breaking down. Dynasty has the real estate, but Aftermath a little bit better on the numbers. Good communication from both of these squads. Everyone's trying to figure out. Mike Mesa has been yelling at his guys, trying to let everyone know where these Dynasty players are. Marcelo, the nice little fill into D3 as well, too, while we were talking.
He wraps and puts pressure on that back left can. See if Marcelo got a shot in on him or not.
Where's the 4th body for Dynasty?
They lost.
The Dorito corner.
Oh, okay. D-side corner. I'm blocked out from that.
I think Greenspan's out there.
Even up the count here. Beautiful job by Dynasty to get the kill.
Yeah, that can, I think, is going to get harder and harder to live in as the event goes on.
I agree.
Yeah, that can it's not quite the bunker of death yet, but we are watching guys leave early from that spot quite a bit.
Yeah, just because they get outside of you on that tape in those laydowns and put pressure on you, and then anyone over and then this tape shoots at you and you're dead.
So you see here, Marcelo's starting to make the moves on that Dorito side, and if they can get Frank off with Marcelo just on that side, and Aftermath, oh, there it is. Mesa recognized
that was a good move back over there.
Yeah, they're all clustered up on this snake side. And now Marcelo's in the 50, putting the pressure on Frank, and if he gets this kill, it's going to end very quickly.
Because you don't want Yosh or Archie to switch to offense now because they're so in such good defensive positions. You want somebody else to pick up the offensive mantle and move forward.
Exactly.
Somebody on Aftermath needs to make a shot.
And this is the mistake that most teams make is these front guys like Archie and Yosh usually switch to offense instead of just holding the control, letting somebody else pick up the slack and go win the point.
Yeah, you have the ground. You have great guys at zone control. I mean, you have Marcelo, Yosh, and Archie, 2 masters at zone control in dominant 50 positions. And then
and nice and close so they can talk to each other.
Go. Frank's looking to go.
Yeah, Frank getting checked off. Mike Mesa taking the walk from that back center, getting pinched out. So a couple kills for Dynasty. Now they have advantage. And then it goes Hallberg as well. It's not looking good for Aftermath here. Dynasty this is textbook. Take ground even in a low body situation and just work them out of their spots.
Well, and like you like to say, Matty, if you're in the back and you're playing defense, you better make those shots.
100%. Well,
Archie's a little upset. He put some paint on some people that didn't walk off the field.
Yeah, Archie very frustrated with that not getting the call over there. Did you guys see it? I didn't see it.
Well, we saw him shoot at that guy. I didn't see it break off.
He obviously shot that way, but I mean, Archie was very adamant that player was
At my age, I don't even know if there was a player in that area that he shot. Yeah. But I'm assuming.
I mean, he was adamant enough that after the game was over, he came over and yelled at Jason that those guys, your refs need to go in and check people. That guy did get checked.
Yeah.
So regardless, that was just a
It's not whether or not you shoot him, it's whether or not the ref sees
100%.
You shoot him.
That was just textbook zone control from Dynasty. Beautifully played point. Good. Yosh the first to go, Archie right behind him, and then good job by Marcelo to filter in. They only lost that one body.
I'm upset I didn't get to watch you play, but I'm going to enjoy watching these guys play.
Yes.
Houston Heat locked up right now against the Latin Saints. See this new lineup the Latin Saints looks like.
I'm glad the Saints made it.
Yeah, it's good to see them here.
Yeah, they made some pickups. They picked up a local from my area, Kerrigan. He's getting
Kerrigan's amazing.
Yeah, he's getting his first pro debut. So shout out to Kerrigan out there.
Good job, Kerrigan. So Kerrigan and Ryan getting their first pro spins. Congratulations, guys.
Well, Ryan Moorhead is very quickly into the 50-yard line.
Yeah, Chad Georges as well.
Houston Heat. Chad Georges at the 40 here.
And again, this is the battle we're talking about, right? One team is going to get to this 50 first. They're going to control the field, and the other team's going to get stuck in these back 5 bunkers and have to either win gunfights or push their way into these defensive positions. And it's just going to get more and more challenging as everybody learns the bounce shots and the cross angles. Chad George now in a position to lock down the Dorito side, switches to lock down the Snake side. He's got the same shot as San Monville, so Sam might want to communicate that and switch his gun inside. Chad looks inside now, Dorito side.
Oh, Chad gets the kill.
Chad George.
Well, of course he does. Well, of course he does.
So Latin Saints on their heels here as he controls all the real estate.
I really like this, Matty, and with Tyler.
Yeah.
This is a big 3-piece over here.
It's going to be tough to beat these 3 in gunfights on the back spot.
Yeah. And
I'd like to see Latin Saints kind of go up there and bang with them,
and that's all I told the Saints before this. I'm like, if you're playing against one of the higher ranked teams, do not sit in the back and try to out-technical them.
Yeah,
you got to go punch them in the face.
If you have to get a shot on Chad George, Sam Monville, and Tyler Harmon on the Snake side.
That's 3 hard gunfights.
Yeah, it's from the back spots. Good luck. Good luck.
Yeah, it's always best to shoot those guys in the pack.
But it's just tough because, again, the Heat, like Dynasty in that first point, they were the first to go. And now they have the real estate. It's like, again, when you guys played each other in the overtime point, Rainey was the first to get to the 50. You got a kill, and that was it. It was curtains after that.
5 guys on the 50.
The saying goes, the fortune favors the bold, right?
Indeed.
And in any game, whether it's football, paintball, poker, if you can find aggression, you're usually rewarded.
Sam all the way into their center can with 4 bodies left alive.
Oh, Sam feasting again here. Another body drop, and that's going to force the concession from Coach Russell Jackson here for the Saints.
5 alive for Heat.
Yeah.
Looking good.
That was about as good as it can look. I've watched a decent amount of paintball this morning, and that might be the most control I've seen in a point, full field. They really had no issues at all.
Yeah, I don't think anybody with the red jersey felt any pressure out there at all.
No.
Everybody's in cruise control. Hey, bro, how's it look? Yeah, good. How's it look over there? Good. You want to shoot somebody? Yeah, a little bit. Got extra paint? I got plenty of paint.
Yeah, it's nice when you're Chad and you look across and everybody's in the 50. You're
just all red at the 50. You're like, oh, hey, I'm rolling deep. Usually up here by myself. Thanks, boys.
Aftermath going with their starting line. They got Joe Barrett, Thomas Kim, Frank Antetomaso, Mike Mesa, and Josh Hallberg.
Interesting to see how Joe Barrett plays this field. He's been playing aggressively up the middle.
And which has been, just like you were saying, Joe Barrett, knock on him for a while, is a little bit too defensive. Lo and behold, he plays offense, and what happens? He has one of the best tournaments he's ever had in his life.
Yes.
Had to happen sooner or later.
I'm interested to see how he plays now on the field without getting a bunch of reps. Is he going to be able to find these moves, or is he going to get stuck in the back?
Yeah, so that's a very good point. Looks like Anton Tomaso's having no problems moving up. There goes, I think that is Turo taking the walk here early for Dynasty.
Yeah, again, Aftermath, both points has had the first kill, but been able.
And here goes
to
Joe,
capitalize it.
making a big move
That's
up to the snake side wedge, looking inside,
He can
putting
contain
pressure.
that whole side of the field from there.
Yep.
Yeah, Archie taking the walk. Here comes Alex Frazee. He's going to dive in the snake. No one's seen him. Can he get a free kill here? Alex Frazee going gun dominant. Going to go all the way in, run down Hallberg, and doesn't know that Barrett's there. Mesa's going to eat him up. No penalty assessed. He did Cyclops Josh, but unfortunately for Dynasty, they just have Blake Yarber.
And Blake's looking
here.
inside, which is going to put him in a tough spot if Mike can go forward and get up with his gun. Yeah.
So those early kills and some aggression pay dividends for San Diego Aftermath.
And Aftermath's got
one up.
Aftermath's got their first kill on both sides on that side, right? The Dynasty's lost their corner guys, so they got that shot dialed in. They're just not able to capitalize
maybe
off
Dynasty not go towards that snake or Dorito side corner.
Not go to that spot where they are shooting your players.
Yeah.
Well, so same situation off the break, but what was the difference? They didn't have Yosh going up there early like they did in the first point. They didn't have Archie Finn. They just didn't have any offense.
Yeah, they didn't take all the spots.
And in Aftermath, now feeling the intensity of the moment, like, okay, well, we can't start going down points in Dynasty and let him run up the field, like, no problem. So they started playing offense. Good move by Joe. I like the dice roll here from Alex. If he had checked off on the center, he might have got that.
He could have got 2 or
If
3.
he would have reset, he could have got Joe for free.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think he thought he shot Mesa and maybe bounced him, and that's why he was kind of like
I heard him say,
arguing
get out, Mesa. Yeah, I heard the same thing.
Which is huge because if Mesa's dead, then he can bunker him clean.
Cleanly.
You know,
If he
maybe
dies, it's
squeeze
okay.
one off on Joe.
But if he dies, it's okay because there's one-on-1 now instead of 2-on-1. Mesa made the great read that once he dropped it, like I'm free to now I'm free to go die.
Yeah.
I'm up a body's position. See if the Saints can mount a little bit more offense here. This second point of the match. Down by 1.
Chad George going to take a little bit of ground over here. I think he might
Hey,
have
there's
clipped in
Kilo.
his foot.
Kilo to the 50. Good job, Kerrigan.
They did shoot Chad George here off the break, so that's huge for the Saints. And Kerrigan taking some ground.
I think it's funny you said your friend Kerrigan as if he's not my friend Kerrigan.
Yeah, he's
Come
your,
on,
I'm
man.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay, good position. Again, from this position here, he can control the whole Dorito side of the field. If you don't get penetration early on this either tape, it's really hard to get up the other tape. And it neutralizes the center of the field, obviously, as well. The only guys we've been seeing missing that shot are the guys who don't pump the gap, who wait, shoot the guys as they cross instead of before they cross. Saints now into this 50 with 2 bodies, but they do let a player get out to the corner for Houston Heat.
Heat loses a body.
This is how the Saints can contend out here.
For sure.
You have to recklessly push forward. I don't know if reckless is the word, but aggressively push up the field, get into the ground, and then play well from those spots.
Yeah, Chad taking an early walk for Houston Heat.
Oh, in his pack.
He's calling.
There goes Moorhead.
Get shot, get out. Yeah.
Kerrigan with the kill on Ryan Moorhead.
And
big kill.
Exactly shows what we were talking about. Ryan Moorhead, one of the best players in the world, but you can't run through a blind gap if the paint's there. Doesn't matter how good you are. Then it's just lucky or not lucky. Saints about to win their first point here today. And 5-on-1.
Tie it up.
Kerrigan about to go hit the buzzard. Good point, Kerrigan.
So this is his pro debut?
Yep. Been around forever.
Been playing paintball. He went over to Asia. He's played in Europe. He's played everywhere. And so, you know, he's finally getting a legit shot and looking good.
Yep.
Yeah, he looked really good in that one.
Earned his spin.
And hit a buzzer against Heat. It's a good first look for Kerrigan.
That's got to feel good, right? Your first pro point, go out and beat Heat. Like, I quit. I mean, I've kind of done it all.
That's it. Done
Don't get me wrong. That Chad George guy, he's pretty good.
Yeah.
Just not as good as me.
Yeah.
And I'm out. So we'll see if Aftermath, are they just going to go hardcore starting line, or is Mike going to put some spins? I mean, they are playing Dynasty, the best team in the game right now. So.
I think I see Hogue coming out here. Yeah, the younger player that came from Blast Camp.
Oh, Zach?
Yeah.
Been hearing really good things about him.
He's good.
Yeah.
He definitely can play paintball. That is for sure. I've seen him play a decent amount.
Thanks to the fact they're doubling up back center.
Well, they're going to send Hogue to take some ground. He gets shot off the break by, I think, Blake from the tower.
5-on-4 advantage here for Dynasty. 5-on-3 advantage here for Dynasty.
Dynasty shoots Hallberg, and they get out wide snake side. So there is no one alive on the snake side at all for Aftermath.
Concede?
No, Frank's going to work. Now you do. Frank recognized that and just started pressing it, which I like. You know, you're down body.
Yeah, you might as well, right?
I got to.
That's what I tell my guys. Like, I'll give you 30 seconds. 30 seconds, go try to win that point. Otherwise, I got to hit it, man.
So now what is it, 2-on-5?
Yep.
Yeah, probably concede this.
It's like Dalton going over the 50 here. Marcelo's inside him.
Spica.
Yosh. Oh, Spica and Yosh.
Dicka coming over from the Saints.
Yeah, again, putting a lot of pressure on that Dorito can. It's really hard to stay alive in there when they're on both tapes.
Yeah.
Dynasty 5 alive.
That's another amazing point here from Dynasty with everyone just untouched.
I know.
Aftermath just really struggling off the break here on this X side of the field.
I know I talk a lot about them being my dark horse, but they're really starting to get their...
Starting to impress you.
Yeah, they're starting to impress me. They might not even... I might just count them as like a favorite, not a dark horse.
Yeah.
if they keep playing at this level.
The good old Rich Telford dark horse. You know, the Heats, the Impacts, the Dynasties, the true dark horses of this game.
The true dark horses. The one nobody expects to win. And somehow, I figured it out.
There we go. Kerrigan getting the spin.
Love to see another good point from the Saints here.
Well, hey, when you have a young, up-and-coming team like the Saints with a bunch of guys trying to prove themselves, and Kerrigan goes out there and plays really well, might as well spin him again, right?
Ain't nothing to lose, right? You're playing against a team that's definitely better than you, right? So just go out and play your best and learn what you got to learn, right? There's no loss out there. Ooh, Tyler got a good little step there.
Yeah, good breakout here for Heat, and actually it looks like the Saints taking a ton of ground on that D side.
Yeah, so did Ryan Moorhead, though. Oh, here goes Kerrigan now, pushing up the other tape. Crawling out to that wing on the Dorito side.
I like that Latin Saints are attacking in pairs on one side, right? They're not just sending Kerrigan here and leaving him alone.
No island, yeah.
Immediately a guy down the wire.
Well, and Rainey, we had just spoken about that actually off camera before we started this set about, talking about you guys and Heat and how everyone looked today. Attacking in pairs so crucial as a principle in this game. Yeah, some layouts are a little different than others, but this is one of those layouts.
Because Kerrigan's in that spot to shut down this whole side of the field, and then he's got a player behind him.
I think Kerrigan might have got shot by his own guy.
Yeah, Kerrigan just got shot by one of his guys.
He just did the turnaround, look at your own guys. Getting a little antsy in there, but yeah, Kerrigan coming off from that 50 brick towards the D side, as Chad George fills into to brick 2 over here on the X side.
And right before that, Kerrigan was stopping Chad George from going forward. Chad George couldn't fight him across the field.
I think when he was getting checked, that's when Chad got that shot.
Better be lucky than good.
Yes, sir.
So 5-on-4 advantage for Houston Heat. 1-1 with 10:20 left in this match. Got Tyler Harmon, Chad George over here on the pseudo snake side of the field for Houston Heat. Latin Saints with snake corner, snake tower, Dorito 1, and the wing over on the Dorito side. So 4 bodies for them.
Yeah, and Heat just biding their time a little bit now. They've taken some ground, but just kind of feeling it out a little bit, see if they can catch somebody in a sloppy gunfight.
Yeah, trying to control the tempo a little bit.
Which I'm cool with, to be honest, because Heat they are such good at gunfighting and controlling lanes.
Saying, the longer and slower this point is, the more advantage they have.
Yeah.
The more opportunities they have to gunfight you, communicate, figure out the cross, the less chance you have of winning.
Saints making moves, mirroring up Chad, coming out to this corner.
It's really hard to contain on this field, huh? I mean, you can kind of contain on the cross, but if you're not in the cross, it's really easy for the players to get outside, it seems like.
Yeah, unless that guy's sitting in the middle, but you want him to be on the offense. And now Saints drop the Ryan Moorhead's mirror, and Moorhead takes advantage of that, and he's going to try to get up there and shoot this snake corner.
That's going to be trouble.
Yeah, Moorhead looking inside initially. Now he's going to wrap around as he has outside contain, and that's going to allow him to move up. Tyler Harmon gets out behind Chad as Sam Monville moves up. A player from the Saints runs into, actually to trade out, looks like, with Ryan.
Yeah, 1-on-4 now. Saints disadvantage. Chad George will figure it out here in a minute. Release.
It's a good move by Moorhead. So Moorhead had someone watching over him. That guy tried to come bunker him, got shot, and Moorhead shot the guy on the snake side. So a 2-for-1 trade for Moorhead at the end there.
Moorhead looking pretty good early on that D side. I saw him yesterday as we were walking around talking to everyone.
In the overalls?
And he had the cute American overalls. But I was asking him, like, hey, what do you think about this field? And he's like, I really like that D side. And he's looking like he likes that.
To be fair, though, he says that every event. I really like that D side. I'm like, yeah, man, you're a D player. That's exactly what you should be saying.
No, but he won MVP playing from the snake side at World Cup a few years ago.
18, yeah.
Yeah, World Cup MVP.
Look at Mr. Encyclopedia over here. Yeah, 2018, I remember well.
Yeah, so anytime I hear anyone talking dates on these podcasts or any of that stuff, I'm like, no, it's 6, this is 5, it was 4, you're wrong, it's 8. Yeah.
So Dynasty.
Don't bother correcting me, I'm just guessing.
Yeah.
I don't have any idea.
It's funny when you talk to Alex Frazier about, what do you think about this layout? He's like, remember Malaga in 2002? Remember, that's what it kind of reminds me of that one.
I get that Malaga 2002 feel, circa. Aftermath with first 2 players to the center 50. They're both watching the same gap, though.
Ooh, he shoots Archie.
That's the shot, man.
Big kill right there.
Ryan Greenspan releases over that way.
Yosh moving out of that doubled up back
There's not
center
really
spot.
anybody protecting that guy. If this guy turns his gun in this way, he protects
Ryan,
him way better.
Watch Ryan. If Greenspan goes off here, he's going to shoot this dude in the back. Yup, there it is.
Yeah, gets the kill on Thomas Kim. No one looking. How did they not have a gun on that side?
It's just a bad zone call.
Yeah, but Ryan's one of those guys that if you don't put pressure on Ryan, he's going to try to look for moves to make.
Ooh,
Now, Halbert could get the free kill crossfield. He does. So that's a great shot by Josh, but then Josh gets diced up by Yosh, who's having a game.
Maybe not.
Oh, did he miss him?
I think he missed him.
I thought I saw something break off of him.
No, I think he missed him.
Oh, wow, okay. Well, and then Yosh gets shot. So this one's getting interesting. Marcelo Margot looks fast, dives out.
Is it
his
2 on
back
3?
corner bunker.
Three Aftermath, 2 Dynasty?
Correct. And here comes Urena.
Pumping down that Drio side. He's got to watch that cross shot, though. Urena's got to watch the cross shot.
Yeah, that's 2 bodies for Dynasty that they've got shot by Halbert because they had no idea he was there.
I believe it's a 2-on-1.
He did get Mesa, so yeah, 2-on-1 for Marcelo.
Marcelo has won these before.
Very, very capable of pulling these off.
Yeah, it's almost standard for him to win these. If he doesn't, it'll be a pretty big disappointment.
Who do we got? Hogue and Thomas Kim or Hallberg?
No, Hallberg. Kim was shot earlier. Oh, look at that move out. Oh, he gets his guy, but also gets caught. That was a great move out to the corner, try to sneak that ball in.
It's smart, right? Take the immediately 50-50. Flip the coin right now. If you lose, you lose. But if you win,
because you're supposed to lose, right?
Yeah.
So mathematically, you're already ahead, right?
Yes.
If you shoot anybody, it's great. If you shoot both of them, it's amazing.
Yes.
So
small risk.
Rainey, since you are one of the guys that could potentially, be, well, everyone's in the running for this. We have a new sponsor. It's a law firm that specializes and they represent people and businesses in property insurance claim negotiation and litigation. It's called McClenny, Mosley and Associates. Shout out to Pate. If you need one of their services, hit up Pate at MMA-PLLC.com. But they put up a cash prize for moves of the tournament. So it's $500 for the prelims and $1,000 for the best move on Sunday.
$500 for the prelims and $1,000 on Sunday.
So theoretically,
oh my God! Oh, don't tell me this.
You could win $1,500.
Okay.
And if you know the guy's judging,
yes,
and you cut those guys in, you might always win $1,500. But don't put that on the air, guys.
No,
don't put that on the air.
Got to keep it straight here.
Obviously.
Against the rules.
Obviously, rich kids.
Wait.
But yeah, just want to send that out there for everyone.
Saints lose their first body attacking Snake side. Heat with 5 alive. Saints do have 3 players up to the 50 as one of them walks off, though. Only 2 players to the 50 now.
And here comes Chad. George is going to fill with no one in front of him.
Oh, gets caught on the cross.
Gets picked up. Nice kill for the Saints.
4-on-3 advantage for Heat as they attack the Dorito side 50-yard line.
Yeah, Chad Boucher getting up into that crucial 50-yard line brick on that D side with 2 bodies in front of him he's looking at, though. He does have some help. They have another body over there, too, with D's on.
Saints get outside from this tower. Tyler Harmon matches him up. Heads up over here. 1 player for both teams on the Snake side. 3 players for Houston Heat on the D side. Oh, Houston Heat taking the walks. Only 2 players left alive for Saints, both on the Drew side.
Yeah, they're right in front of Chad, and Tyler Harmon's going to get in. So worry about that 40-yard line bunker over there.
Yeah.
And dodges that ball.
I think if Tyler figures out there's no one alive over here, this game will be over pretty quick.
He called kill 3. I just
know.
don't think he knows the guys in the Dorito.
Over there, yeah.
Now it's kill 4.
So easy to lose guys out here. Kill 5.
There it is.
Is that Devin Stewart now releasing everybody's dead? Perfect timing.
So he gonna stack up a slight lead here, 3-1 with a little less than 8 minutes to go. So let's see if the Saints can step it up. As Dynasty and Aftermath take the field, tie ball game here, 2-2.
This is pretty good for Aftermath being 2-2 with Dynasty right here.
What is interesting because the team that is controlling the action at those 50s seems to be prevailing.
Yes. He got to those 50. Yeah, got up to those 50 quick and really put the stop on Latin Saints' push on that Dorito side.
And also in the Dynasty Aftermath game. When Aftermath's pushing, they seem to be doing well. And when Dynasty's pushing, they're doing well. Obviously, depending on what's going down in the break. But that seems to be a theme here. And we're starting to get a little deep into day 1 on this blind layout. So now, as everyone's starting to get to play this field for the first time, watch a bunch of paintball, figure out what's working, that seems to be working. It's just which way to go first.
Yes.
You know?
Interested to see how, I think, is that Blake on the D side out there?
Yeah, I think he's been playing that way, but like the deep can or the tower.
Or the tower, yeah.
Not really taking real estate.
A little bit of early jump for Blake. Uh-oh. Did Alex just dislocate his shoulder trying to get an early jump?
Looks like he just hurt himself. Yeah, he's too old for that kind of thing. You can't be moving like that,
yeah, Alex definitely just tweaked his shoulder. That's not a good thing.
Also, if you dislocate your shoulder just by moving slightly on the break, you probably should go to the gym more often, Alex. I love you.
No. That's what hurt me this year.
Oh, they're going to the gym.
Going into the gym, putting weights on. The trainer put too much weight, and I was like, "Are you sure this is what I should be doing? I normally don't do this."
600 pounds seems like a lot.
Yeah. So some people are made for the gym. Some people aren't.
Rainey, whatever you've been doing, since you're healthy now, just keep doing that.
Yes.
Just stay healthy, buddy.
I don't know what it is.
Yoga, beach.
Yoga is the thing, man.
There you go.
Yoga is the thing.
So, yeah, maybe it looks like we're on a little bit of technical timeout. So there's Alex Frazee. But, yeah, on that little misstart here, or, well, not misstart, but just trying to jump the gun. Maybe something wrong with the clock. But, yeah, Alex is still
That's why we missed having Joe here.
favoring that right shoulder a little bit with his gun hand as he
The
tried
right
to
wing.
pull back.
I think he just threw his gun or something and just pulled the weight forward.
Like a little partial
He
separation.
got another bad start.
Still makes it.
Yeah, of course.
Looks like Aftermath's getting a body checked out in D1. It's good to go.
Is that Frank over there? Frank is always ready to release on that drill, so he just keeps getting caught, but every time right before he gets caught, he's ready to go. I know. He likes that inside line over there, too. I noticed that.
Yeah. Win that inside gunfight and then start making your moves.
I like the same thing because you block everybody out. You can go all the way to the 50, no one knows you're there.
Yeah.
And the 50s are great, but they're better if no one knows you're there.
Exactly.
Archie, the only one over here on the pseudo snake side for Dynasty, is playing that tower. Oh, no. My bad.
Arturo alive over
Arturo
there.
sneaks out of there.
And now Frazee with the move here to 50-yard line. So Dynasty first to go to get into the 50s. And intelligently, Alex checks off on all those inside.
Oh, it gets a kill.
Gets Mesa.
Huge kill by Alex Frazee here.
Mesa looks for it at Frank. Like, how is Frank alive when I just got diced up in that table? I don't understand. Frank now sees what happened, goes back to try to get a shot on Alex.
Yeah, by process of elimination with that death.
It's got to be there.
Yeah, you've got to know where Alex is. If Frank's out on that side and not dead and your buddy just died behind you, you got to know that Alex is at that 50.
2-2, 5:30 left in this match. Very closely contested. Now Frank gets shot from cross field. So Dynasty with 5, Aftermath with 3, I believe. 2 on this side.
Aftermath's doing a good job getting up the D side, but I'd like to see them get in this snake side.
Yeah.
And this is one of those fields where you have to go both sides.
Yeah. As Frazee goes into their side of the snake.
Well, they went with Zach again, and he gets held up for some reason at brick 1.
He looks inside off the break.
Yeah,
He's
he
playing that
looks
cross.
defensively, yeah.
It's twice.
And then once they get up on the other tape, he can't go.
Yep.
Alex trying to cut through in the center. He gets another one. It's going to be a little 3-pack here for Alex Frazee. Oh, wait. Oh, not able to get Hogue. And then Zach ends up getting taken out cross field, but Alex did his damage.
Looks like that arm didn't affect him that
healed
point.
right.
He's
healed
okay.
right up.
Went out and had a real solid point after a little partial dislocation or something on the misstart.
Shook it off.
Maybe some shoulder presses, Rich. What do you think?
Maybe a push-up once a week or so. Just one. You know, not a lot. I don't want to hurt himself.
Yeah.
Actually, it just looks like he's in pretty good shape.
Yeah.
You're right, though. I've hurt myself more in the gym than I ever have anywhere else.
I mean, I learned a lot of good stuff from the people there, my PT and my chiropractor, but at some point you know your body well and you know what you need to do. So you just take the knowledge they give you and you run with it.
Yeah, and it's really hard to find a really, really good, knowledgeable trainer, physio.
Yes.
Well, Alex does have 2 young children that he has to pick up constantly.
Right.
That's a little bit of a workout.
That's what that was.
Yeah. That's right.
the kid.
Got that
You'll
baby,
know.
that baby
You'll know
shoulder.
eventually.
Got that baby
Yeah.
shoulder.
Tyler Harmon taking a dig out to that corner.
Ooh, he may have taken one in the pack or a
I saw
bounce.
the same thing. Either that or it broke on the ground right behind him. I saw the same spray. Chad George.
Oh, here comes Kerrigan.
Kerrigan's
to the
up there.
50.
Oh, he's gonna get. If he shoots cross, he's gonna get Ryan. If he can make the shot.
Oh.
Oh, he catches him. Ryan Moorhead, nice job.
And gives him an
Kerrigan.
extra. Gives him a little extra on the walkout.
Watch Chad here. Chad George did it come. Oh, Kerrigan with a smart retreat.
Yep. Now he can wrap and put pressure on George.
Yeah, Chad's gonna crawl the inside and out route. Oh, loses the top of his hopper.
But just the top.
He's got Tyler Harmon. Yeah, he's got Tyler Harmon there, right behind him. But Tyler shooting inside. Oh, and then Chad gets pinched out of there. Kerrigan's now gonna release, get to the 50. 50's a little inset, so he can hide a little bit from Tyler there.
Yeah, you just gotta stay alive here and play smart.
Everyone knows he's there.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go. Get down.
Sam Monville getting dinked out of the back center. So it's Tyler Harmon in the corner, and I believe that the 2 corners are the last 2 players left for Houston Heat.
And I believe that was Kerrigan that shot Sam out of the home.
Yep.
Kerrigan's having a point.
just he's in a tough spot with Tyler in front.
Don't rap on Tyler.
Yeah,
don't sleep
you
on
can't
Tyler.
sleep on Tyler ever.
You ask for support. When you know you're playing against Tyler, you go, Tyler's here.
Yeah.
Come help me kill
If
him.
you force shoot at him, I have a chance.
Yes.
Yeah, he's not a guy you're suckering into a gunfight. Oh, Kerrigan shot cross field.
Nice shot by Ronnie.
Yep. Well, that's just Kerrigan's got to learn that, right? Like, either one of those guys, you don't want, especially Tyler, but even Ronnie, you don't want a gunfight. You gunfight once or twice, you don't get him, you switch, look for something else, you talk to the guys behind you. Well, Houston Heat have lost all their offense now that Kerrigan's walking out.
Still 2 good spots for the Saints on that D side.
Yeah, still 3 on 2.
And at D3.
Yeah, it's 3 on 2, I think.
They just don't have anyone forward with any forward progression now with that death of Kerrigan here for the Saints on the X side.
And you know at some point Tyler's going to release and get lost in here.
Yes. Crafty little alien.
Yeah, and there's 6 minutes left. He with a 2-point lead, so
if the
they
Saints
don't really need to make huge moves.
If the Saints wanted to pick on one of these two, though, Ronnie would be the one to pick on, right?
Especially in that corner.
That's what I mean. In that corner, in that round corner in set, if both tapes get on at the same time, it gets real hard to live in that bunker.
You can see by how much it's bending over, and Ronnie, not the biggest dude, how much he has to manipulate that bunker just to get tight in there. It's not
just
the
stay
easiest
alive.
spot to play, especially when you're down bodies.
And you got to kind of live behind your gun one way or the other.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is not an ideal situation.
No.
Especially down on bodies.
So time ticking off this clock, but with 5:30 left to go and a 2-point spread, the Saints don't have to rush quite yet.
Yeah, if they win this point, they're only down by 1.
Yeah, so you want to take all the time in the world. You want to put the pressure on Heat. Guard 3-2. There's 2 minutes left.
Good release from the corner.
You're playing a good team. You don't want to play them a bunch of times.
No, the fewer points, the better.
Yeah, if you, on paper, if you're the Saints playing Heat, the more points you play, the less of a chance you're going to have to win, to be honest. I mean, now you could say that the Saints obviously have to play a little bit of a faster-paced, aggressive style to contend with the Houston Heat because they're not going to out-gunfight them from the back bunkers.
Well, initially, get to the 50s, beat them to the 50s, and then slow it down.
Play smart paintball, but... Yeah, the gunfighting Tyler Harmon coast to coast is not the move.
No.
Well, and when you're Tyler Harmon and you're up by 2 points, all you got to do is stay alive.
Yeah.
If you and Ronnie stay alive, you win the point.
Yeah, if I'm Tyler, and this sure enough, so a little bit of a slow roll here on this X side and losing a gunfight.
Now it's 2 on 2 instead of 3 on 3, and there's no one on the side of the field for the Latin Saints. And once Tyler figures that out, he is going to release.
Yeah, as soon as Tyler figures, and you can see he's feeling no pressure. He's looking down. He sees that body walking off. He knows they're on his side, so he can't get too crazy, but. Because there is a big gap he has to run through. But that player in the Saints.
Oh, he just got shot.
Oh, wow.
Oh, 1-on-1.
Ronnie shoots one or Tyler trades?
We've only seen 2 1-on-1s all day today. It's not been a 1-on-1 heavy field.
Again, for the Latin Saints, if you can get to a 1-on-1 against Houston Heat, that's a pretty good point for you.
Big moment, though, for the Saints if they can pull off this 1-on-1 against Ronnie Dizon. Going to cut to the inside.
Nah, you can tell that guy didn't have it.
Ronnie. This is why Ronnie is such a good front player, because he's able to now play like a back player in that back spot. He shot 2 guys living behind his gun. Tyler trades with that last body, puts Ronnie in a 1-on-1, and Ronnie executes.
Yeah.
3 kills for Ronnie right there.
Super valuable.
Got a red and gold coin, courtesy of Hormesis.
If he was a bigger, slower person, he wouldn't have been able to do that, right?
Maybe.
Honestly.
Yeah.
You got to be small and tight and play in that corner,
right? Oh, you're right. In that corner, oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, beautiful job there. And eating a lot of time off and then winning that 1-on-1 to put a little bit of cushion on that margin.
A little cushion for the pushing.
So right now, just a 1 point separates Aftermath and Dynasty. Dynasty 3, Aftermath 2.
Aftermath is looking good, man. They won the first 2 breakouts. I mean, they're very close in this match.
Damien's getting a spin.
Oh, good.
Damien Vasquez.
Man, you got to put time in on your low bodies if you guys want those guys to come up and become superstars. You got to let them get spins.
Yeah, it's huge though. They're putting him in a close game.
Well, also when
you have regional rival,
when you have your veterans, dislocating their shoulder on his breaks, you want to rest those guys a few points too. So it works well for both sides.
Definitely have to get those experience points.
Well, Damien comes highly touted. I mean, they really believe in this dude's talent. He's definitely an athlete.
So it's not self-tout?
No,
he
doesn't. I mean, I haven't hung out with him a ton, but he was not talking about himself very much when we were hanging out.
Spigot, oh, gets caught. Yeah, that cross shot is so nasty. You have to check that off before you release.
And now here Yosh. Watch, Yosh is about to release.
Yeah, it's the same thing. But Tom's Kim's Hallberg's got the angles all wrong. He should be up that gap.
He doesn't know what's going on.
He should have caught both of those guys. Both of those guys should be dead right now. Because that's the reason you take that risk to get up there, is to shut that lane down.
So now you're starting to see the moves of how to break this cross. Watch Yosh.
Yosh had no idea the Hallberg was in that spot. So it's just Damien on that side right now. Here for Dynasty, was just taking some ground. He's at D3 gunfighting.
Damien just shot the 50 out.
Yep. 4-on-3 advantage here for Aftermath.
Yeah, gets the shot on Thomas Kim, who's a great gunfighter in his own right. He's going to be representing Aftermath in the All-Star game.
Hogue moving up the stake side now. No one really stopping him from making moves.
Yeah, no one's stopping him. Just the corner to contend with.
Yeah, it's Marcelo in this back corner bunker. That's a great bunker for him.
Great fill for him to get out there, yeah.
So Marcelo's going to move up into first brick.
Yeah, I think I would have kept him in that corner. Down on bodies. Stay in that position where you can shoot low tapes.
Up a point with 3:17 left.
Yeah, I think I would have stayed back there.
He's not feeling any pressure, though.
Damien drops.
He's about to start feeling some pressure.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing.
4-on-1.
He's going to wish he was in that corner in a second.
And Hallberg now moves up into the brick. Barrett looking for it, too. He's at the wedge, and here comes Frank. Frank's going to join him at the 40s.
Is it Dynasty have one more somewhere I don't see, like the Drita corner, maybe?
Back corner.
Okay,
you're right.
So 2-on-4,
No,
Drita corner.
It's just Ryan Greenspan out there, and he gets eaten up as Marcelo got shot out of that first brick, so we got ourselves a tie game again.
And Aftermath with 4 guys left alive, all in the 50.
Very disciplined point for them.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, that's what Hinman does. Hinman makes you a disciplined playing ball player. He takes killers and makes you do,
How does he do that?
you know, very nicely. Just, you know, hey, make sure. Hey,
compliment sandwich.
what do you need? Well, I got you.
Hey, listen, what you did was amazing, okay? You made this small mistake, and this is also amazing. We're just going to put that in a sandwich. You go ahead and eat that.
But all honestly, he just tells you the truth.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what it is. There's no wasted time. There's no extra this. There's no pat in the back. It's like, this is what you did wrong. If you want to get better, do this.
To be fair, he does it in a pretty entertaining way, too.
Yes.
So it's like a win-win. Like, he's helping those guys, and he's entertaining us.
He's very creative with his criticism.
Yes.
And I feel like he doesn't hold it back. You know, he lets the guys, like you said, he's honest. He lets the guys know. Sometimes I hold it back too much. I don't let people know, and I got to work on that.
Yeah.
We all have
Totally,
things we're working
totally.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just out there in a verbal pillow fight, Rich. You know, just being all soft on
Any
people
kind
and
of pillow
stuff.
fight, I'm in. Tyler Harmon, Chad George coming this way again. And why wouldn't you have him come this way? Saints.
That's just a lethal combo,
2-1-2.
man.
Yeah, it's scary.
Tyler Harmon, second highest vote getter in the All-Star game, right behind Ryan Greenspan. It was very, very close. 2 points. 77 votes to 75 votes.
So who voted?
All of the coaches and owners.
Okay.
19, and then myself.
Gotcha.
So-
Okay.
And then it was, you get 25 guys, 5 tiers, 5 points to 1 point in the 5 tiers. And then you put the 25 guys in each tier that you feel they deserve. Rainey, also an All-Star.
Duh.
I'm pumped.
And one of the higher picks, too, as Houston Heat right now, with 3 minutes left to go. Starting to eat some bodies up here, has looked pretty good. There goes Chad Boucher, he's going to launch.
5-on-2 now.
And this is just the player that came over from ML Kings.
Okay.
Greg Montalvo.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that for Greg. He wasn't getting a lot of spins on ML Kings, and he's
Yeah,
not
it
going
makes
to be.
sense.
And I think this is his last year.
Yeah, he's got kids, so he wanted to.
He wants to play.
Yeah,
why not?
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to do you, man.
And they could use him because they need guys with experience. So
And he speaks Spanish.
That helps too.
I don't really know if he speaks Spanish.
I think he's. I don't think he speaks Spanish, but I think
just
he's
made that
half
up.
Cuban.
Oh, then he speaks Spanish for sure. Or at least Cuban.
Hence the last name Montalvo.
Montalvo.
Though he looks like he looks Anglo-Saxon.
Smith. Very much looks like a Smith.
Yeah.
30 seconds.
Aftermath coming in 3-3. This is a good match.
Dynasty has been struggling on that first game in these open events.
Yeah, and on this field, they struggle when they don't get to the 50 early. When they get to the 50 early, they do real well. For some reason, I would expect them to be able to play both of these equally well, but it seems like they don't do as well when they don't take control of the field early.
Well, Dynasty coming off a big win, another one, 4 majors in a row. Yeah, they didn't make Sunday at the last minor, but Aftermath, they really kind of need this one.
Yes.
They didn't make Sunday at the last one, took, I think, 16th or 14th place.
And here's Archie with the big bite. He did it the first point. They won it. Archie's recognizing that and immediately on the aggression.
I'm a much bigger fan of Archie on Dynasty than I was of Archie on X Factor.
Yeah, I mean, he's pushing the envelope on
He
Dynasty.
plays way more loose. He's just like a different player.
I think, 100%. 100%.
Well, he's just playing like he's got nothing to lose, right? And obviously that produced an MVP award performance from him at the last one.
Always playing this position up here super defensively.
You know, the one thing you told me, Rich, that I've never yet forget, it's killers have to be in killer spots.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's very simple.
Well, you've taken that to heart, Rainey, because you're a
It's working.
killer and you get yourself in killer spots quite a bit.
I think that day you told me I sat in the home. We played you 11 games. I think we won. We won one, and Hinman made us run 10 laps around the field for the 10 games we lost in about 89, 90-degree heat down in San Diego.
Perfect. That's how you learn a lesson.
Yeah.
Again, that's how you build tough human beings right there. So
just so you know, I've given the same message to like 10 other dudes, and they gave me that glossed over look and walked away. I was like, okay, cool, thanks, man.
well, unfortunately, that cost you in the overtime match because he got in the killer position, and that beat
I was
you in
thinking of Rich. What would Rich do?
What would Rich want me to do?
It didn't click for about a couple weeks. I was like, oh, that's what he means.
I get it.
I
He was
gotta
talking to
stop
me.
hiding. Yeah,
I thought he was talking about everybody else.
Yeah.
Those are tense moments right now. It's tied up. There's a minute and 15 seconds left, and Frank Antetomaso is pushing the issue for Aftermath.
Yeah,
He's at the 50 on the D side.
And Archie wants to go over here for Dynasty.
Yeah. And again, Aftermath is now beating Dynasty up the field a bit here. And when they've been
they
winning
do
the
better
points,
when they and now they're in a position to lock the whole field.
That's
Archie
been the
can't go
seesaw,
now.
right? That's been the fight back and
That
forth.
was a big move from Joe because now
100%.
Joe can stop down Archie's move.
And Archie just saw him. Now Archie won't even go. He won't even try.
Yeah, so now Dynasty just has to tighten up and try to clock in and win a couple gunfights and try to burn this 47
I think it's
seconds
going
off
to
to
be
go to
overtime.
overtime.
Yeah, it's going to be overtime. I talked to Dynasty, a couple of the guys earlier. I'm like, how are you going to play this field? Because, I feel like your style is to kind of sit back and go, well, we hope we don't fall into that too early. I was like, I feel like you're going to fall into that pretty early. It's tough to go up here and take big bikes early,
Yeah.
Aftermath, even though they have the go, they get out, get a shot on Yosh Rao.
Again, that corner's super hard to live in,
But
man.
that's the first.
Ooh, Archie with the kill out of the 50.
So, but that was the first body to drop for Dynasty. That's the first body to drop for Aftermath. It's now 4-4. This is gonna be overtime.
15 seconds, yeah.
That was
It's
a
gonna be
huge
over.
kill.
Yeah. Nice job by Archie there. And
Yeah, I would like to have seen him gone earlier before they reposition on him, but that almost makes up for it.
well, Archie launches with 5 seconds left. I don't think that's going to change what happens out here. And yeah, we're going to go to another overtime point.
Ooh.
Me
Exciting.
likey. Me
Yes.
likey.
Third overtime match of the tournament so far. Still got a couple more sets to go here on day one.
And I think, again, that's kind of conducive to the blind layout. Like, people not really understanding the field. So teams like Dynasty don't go out and just, we're doing this, we're smash everybody every time we do this, so why would we do anything differently?
Yeah, I do feel there are going to be a decent amount of long meetings this evening for to try to figure this field out.
Yes, people are going to be. I think it's a very simple field to break down, but yes, I think teams are going to overkill it tonight. Spend a couple hours beating it up.
Yeah, probably. We've all been through a lot of those meetings before.
They're fun.
It's super fun. Super fun. Yeah, so right now the Saints down by 4 here to Houston Heat.
They don't look bad in these points at all.
Yeah, there's been some close ones out here. A couple signs of life.
Oh, Tyler Harlan taking a good bounce off that hopper. Lucky. Saints up to the 50 on the D side, although they lose one attacker over here on Snake side.
I think that was Kerrigan. Greg Montal was in a really good spot here for the Saints. Misses his shot on Devin. He wasn't able to wrap around enough.
Ronnie's up there far that they don't recognize. Ronnie can get this kill on Greg if Greg sleeps on Ronnie.
Yeah, and Houston Heat with a 4-point spread, 2:22 to go. Just gonna slow roll things a little bit, try to win some gunfights and win another one here.
The match is over. It's just margin.
That guy gun fought Tyler. Tyler won.
Big mistake.
Yep.
Falling into Tyler's trap.
It's crazy because everybody talks about different levels, and obviously we all know a lot of really good gunfighters. I was telling Maddie I was up in Albany for a couple weeks with Malloy, and he was up there just destroying the New York guys.
That's another guy you want to.
You just can't.
Well, they have that great nickname for him. They call him the Bar, as in he has set the bar. And so I would say that Tyler also in gunfights around the league, he's also the bar. It's like that's what
he's
we're
a
trying
tall
to get
bar. Britnikoff's a short bar. Oh, got caught over the top. I think that's it. Oh, nope. One guy in the back center. Houston Heat with 3. Latin Saints with 1 player left. Releases out of the back center. Goes to the tower on the Drio side. Tyler moves up. Gets clipped out by that guy. So
a rare
2-on-1.
overextension out of Tyler.
Yeah, I feel like he's just playing a little bit loose there.
Just a touch.
So 2 players now dropping the hammer for Houston Heat. Saints player retreating. Not necessarily a great time to do that because he gets caught with many paintballs.
So Devin Stewart and Ronnie Dizon.
Ronnie playing good over there.
Yeah, Ronnie, he's been looking good this year. It's again with Heat, impact on these top teams. It's just if you're Todd, who is the hot hand, right? Because Ronnie's playing well over there, but Moorhead played really well over there too. Do you run them both? He's getting some spins for Devin. He's looked pretty good. It's kind of tough, right? Because eventually it most likely will get whittled down to, almost always gets whittled down to a starting 5, unless you're damaged at the last minor, the last open. They went to 2 full lines.
I think that's going to end up changing. Teams are going to have to start developing the new guys. Otherwise, they're the same 40 dudes are going to be the top pro teams for the rest of my freaking life.
And Damage fell in that trap for a while. They kept playing their same 5, and then they weren't even getting close to winning. They're like, now they're like, let's play our other guys. And Chris Horn out there, I mean, he stunted. Lackey stunted.
Yeah, Jared.
You know, they carried heavy loads for them, and they won that tournament. So it's like,
I think that paradigm is going to change.
Yeah.
You have to, if you're going to develop your team for the future, you have to get those guys spins, and you got to give your top guys rest. Like it's win-win, man.
Well, here we go.
Yeah, it's all tied up right now. Overtime, throwing 5 minutes on the clock, so he's going to take this one. Kind of tough to even really call it. So honestly, it's going to be who gets up the field, right?
So I'm guessing Aftermath, because they have right-handed on the Dorito side, and it's seeming like both these teams are just pushing that side and not the Snake side as heavy.
Yeah, well, and when we walked the field, most of us said we thought this would be the slower side, that'd be the faster side.
But I think Archie's going to go for it.
I hope he does. I hope he goes that on the break instead of the back one, so if they're not immediately there, he can push himself through the gap. Because once you make that alive, you've already made that alive.
Yes.
Well, about to find out. 10 seconds to go.
And by that and that, guys, I mean the close juice box and the far juice box from the sink.
Yeah.
And Archie's going to go to the first brick, and they're going to risk.
Yosh gets caught.
They risk Urena all the way to D3. He makes it, but Yosh does get taken out trying to get up into the can. Nobody's dropped for Aftermath. They're going to release Barrett. Barrett goes all the way to that important brick. Oh, they lose Hallberg, though. 4-on-4 right now, but much better. There you go, right-handed on that D side into the 50-yard line.
Yeah, they're both up there crossed up so they can protect each other. So now that takes Dynasty out of the attack position over there on that tape.
So Dynasty still has 4 bodies alive, but
ooh, Archie gets a kill on the Snake side. Now that's 3 alive for Aftermath with no one on the Snake side.
No one on this side at all. I mean, the closest guy is in the back center.
Archie's and he just filled from the tower to the back center. But Archie's so good at getting those key kills, man.
He's one of the best gunfighters in the league for a reason.
So Archie not feeling any pressure. He's looking like he wants to move up. Oh, and he gets caught up and over the top.
I blame Matt for that for sure.
Oh, my bad, Arch.
We at 33? 3 and 3 right now?
I believe so, but still just better field position for Aftermath.
Yeah, so both teams have one player over here on the Snake Tower, Marcelo for Dynasty, and I can't see, it's probably Hallberg.
I think this is Mesa.
No, Hallberg took the walk.
Oh, okay.
It's
Thomas Kim.
gotta be Thomas Kim.
Okay, Thomas Kim over here. In the
or
tower
Frank. It's either Frank
Frank's
or Thomas.
at the 50 with
Frank's
Joe.
the 50 for Joe,
this is Thomas Kim.
Okay, yeah. Thomas Kim over here. He's the one that repositioned over.
Oh, look at that big move by Urena.
But Barrett heard it, and they're going to trade out. I'll take that 2 for 1 every day. Is there going to be a major penalty assessed on Joe Barrett?
Oof.
Oh, and that is going to do it. That's the coffin nail for sure. As
even
Marcelo,
without that major, Urena made
that was
a great
the move.
Great move, yeah.
That was the move right there.
Anytime you can get 2 for 1, giddy up.
I mean, they were in both those 50s. Urena was on his heels the whole time.
It's like they were set up for that. He must open the zone, and Urena saw it and went. That was Aftermath is bad just as much as Urena's good.
Amazing job by Mike Urena there on that D side. Barrett is yelling.
He's trying to argue his point so he doesn't have to go in and talk to Mike. The longer I stay on the field and talk to the ref, the less chance Mike has of choking me to death.
Smart.
Joe Barrett.
Smart.
Yeah, I would drag those feet, Joe. Drag those feet going in there, buddy. Maybe fake a cramp, go into the other team's pit. Any one of those things would be the safest.
Medic.
Got to fake a seizure right now.
Mike Smirker's way over to the door.
Fake a seizure.
Make sure the eyes are rolling back in your head.
Yeah, or just go on. If I'm Joe, go on offense right away. Second you walk into the pit.
You don't.
Just start pointing fingers.
Why'd you do this, Frank? Frank.
I can't believe you let me down, Frank.
Deflect.
Deflect, deny, deflect, deny, deflect, and deny.
Blame the ref, whatever you got to do.
It was not me. It was not me. It was not me.
The best part is when they go back and watch the replay on the webcast and they hear this. And sorry, Joe.
Thanks, guys.
Sorry, Joe. Yeah, just Mike Urena, though, man. That was a beautiful move.
I mean, it was smart. I mean, they had that cross, and then at some point, Frank switched because he wanted to go on the offense. Urena recognized that, walked up, shot Frank in the back, and then traded with Joe.
Joe heard it, reacted the way Joe should have.
I think Joe got shot by Greenspan.
In the back, right?
Yeah, that's why they pulled the penalty, because it looked like from afar like a bang-bang play.
Houston Heat drops 2.
Ronnie trying to go to their side off the break.
Yeah, just a minute left, though. So
penalty on the Saints. So 3-on-3 here.
Saints trying to keep away this mercy rule loss, and they get a shot on Chad Boucher.
2-on-3 advantage for the Saints with a player in both 50-yard lines. Now
and then another kill as well, too. So Saints going to put another one on the board
moving up.
here.
Let's go.
almost shot their own guy while he ran in.
Hey, kill's a kill.
So no mercy rule for Houston Heat. 38 seconds left.
I like that they went for it. Ronnie immediately goes to their side of the Dorito.
Chad is yelling at the refs about something, but this is just one of those, just plead your case. Be careful, though. They're going to have the same refs all weekend long.
Yeah. I try to do, like, if I win the point, I try to never yell at the refs. If I lose the point, sometimes I accidentally yell at the refs, but definitely when I'm winning, I don't start screaming at them.
I have to apologize a lot. That's the one thing I've learned. I was like, I can't stop the yelling. I just learned, you know what?
Sorry.
About 30 seconds later, you got to go say sorry for that one.
Yeah, well, it makes a big difference, too. Like, or if a referee comes back and be like, hey, Rich, I'm sorry, I blew that call. And you're like, dude, no big deal. People make mistakes. Just don't tell me I didn't see what I saw.
Yeah, don't call me stupid.
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good, man. People make mistakes all the time. No big deal.
And then it's
I'm going to have a hard time telling my guys that you blew it, but I get it, bro.
Well, if you're a coach or like an elder statesman, experienced player, I'll always tell the guys, hey, you really feel like it was, plead your case, but be very careful about how you plead your case. Don't call them stupid. Try not to cuss.
Yes, sir. No, sir.
You want to be careful because, you know.
It's like talking to police, man.
Hey, man, they're humans. Are you going to get the benefit of the doubt next time?
Respect,
or are you
right?
not going to get the benefit of the doubt?
100%.
And yeah, the guy that is constantly screaming and yelling at the referees and telling them that they're terrible, you're not going to get the benefit of the doubt that often.
And it's the same dudes, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like you can watch a guy like, I'm not going to say Frank Connell, but a guy like Frank Connell will play for 20 years. And through that 20 years, the whole time, he's dropping F-bombs on the ref.
Yeah.
And you're like, and you're complaining about a bad call?
Yeah.
I'm like, you've been MFing these guys for 20 years.
Yeah, yeah. And
But I love it.
starts
Frank-
to
Oh,
build.
yeah.
You can't build.
You can't give him a hard time for it. Thomas Taylor comes up and says hi.
Legend.
So we got just a little bit more here before we finish, but the result will be the same. I don't see that point up, though.
I think they're switching sides because it was a no point.
Okay, so a no point.
10 seconds.
I think that guy did get shot by his own team.
Yep.
Oh, here we go. The rope-a-dope.
Lucky the Russians aren't there to be assassinating people right now.
Been there, done that.
Yeah. Somehow both teams get 5 guys in the box. Saints lose 2 on the break.
Big bite for the Saints, but here comes
Oh, that should
have been a penalty.
on
Yeah.
Moorhead.
Is that right? Yeah, whoever the Heat guy was running with the rib shots.
Yeah.
Moorhead.
If I can see that from up here, the refs can definitely see that from down there. Teixeira over the top there for the Snake. 2 points in a row. He's been in the Snake for the Saints here. Now he's looking inside. Sam's going to get him, though.
Yep, Sam got him. They're getting to get at the point. Sam's going for it.
Of course he is.
He's going to get it.
Ooh, nice. He fell over.
Monville sends it to get that last point on the board.
Full
and
send.
yeah, that is going to now be a mercy rule win here for Houston Heat. 7-1 will be the final score. And that is going to do it here for this set. Rainey, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Best of luck in the last
Big
one.
fan.
Big fan too, baby.
Big fan of you both.
Good luck out there. We'll be right back here. More action coming at you from the 2022 NXL Golden State Open at Matty Marshall here on Go Sports. We'll be back.